welcome to the Geek Club. Well, first things first, do you like my new t-shirt? I've got to stand my tiptoes a bit there. Do you like my new t-shirt? Wonderful, isn't it? What the bugger is that? Yes, anyway, nice new t-shirt. I will be wearing this to shows. And if you don't get the reference, you don't deserve to be watching this channel. Anyhow, today, I'm going to send minions flying. Today, we are going to be overtaken by another quality retro gaming channel. And today's channel is one I've been following for quite a while. And he does all sorts of pickups, games, tags, random stuff. A bit like me then. And almost as insane. Got a bit of training to do with him yet, but he's still insane. Today's guest is Novabug. Novabug also runs a retro gaming community called Retro Unlim, or Retro Unlimited. I should put a link to that below as well. That's a website which I contribute to now and again because there's gunk on my cup! Yes, I contribute to that website now and again, so go check that out as well. But here's Novabug playing Final Fight on the venerable old SNES European version. So, go check him out, subscribe, and then I'll watch to the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, as usual, there will be penance. So, take it away, Novabug.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another NRG, and it's time for a bit of Mad Gears action. Them bastards have been at it again, and our good friend Mike Hagger has been giving it to them, both barrels, but they've got his girlfriend. No, they haven't got his girlfriend, that would be sick. They've got his daughter, sometime in the 1990s. Yes, the phone says it all. So anyway, stupid introductions aside, this is Final Fight on the Super Nintendo. Oh yes, the legendary Super Nintendo version of the classic side-scrolling beat-em-up with the rather large sprites should I say, brought to us by Capcom in 1992. And apart from a few major things, should we say, with the SNES port, that being one. What? Jessica has been kidnapped? Mad Gears must pay. Where's your mate, Cody? Yeah, bit of a problem there. But anyway, moving along. So I say this was released at arcade in 1990 and brought to the Super Nintendo in 1992. Much lauded at the time and much disappointed thereafter, and it's because of certain missing aspects and rather heavy editing in certain areas. But let's start with the positive, shall we? Nice big sprites, great looking, looks very familiar and similar to the original arcade. There can't be too many sprites on screen at once due to the SNES's limitations, which is a bit of a pity. I mean, they are big old guys on the screen here, and there's a few substantial, a few insubstantial detailing missing from the backgrounds, but all in all, looks like Final Fight, plays like Final Fight, pretty good. All the moves are present for the characters that are present. That's Cody himself in the 80s tight blue jeans. It's supposed to be in the 90s, and he's wearing 80s jeans, and Reebok Classics as well. in the States. Anyway, and Mr. Muscles himself, the mayor, Mike Hagger. Pick up the stereo, yes, because that's going to be help me, isn't it? Ah, that bastard just whacked me. Knees in the face, all round. So, apart from there's a lot less enemies in this version than the arcade version, and a few other versions as well. Again, due to the SNES's abilities, if there was too many sprites on screen, obviously slowdown would occur pretty badly. And there's another thing. There we go, right there. No transition from one level to another. A little bit of an animation there. Cody would walk down the steps into the subway, for instance, there, and it doesn't happen, which is a bit of a pity. And there's other little things missing. For instance, that crate that I just busted open there would normally have a pipe in it. It doesn't have it. And every other version does. He just killed me. Geezer in the bleeding stupid cape. 2p. 2 bleeding pence worth. Bastard. I'll give you your 2 pence worth, sunshine, with a fist in the face. And some of the levels are noticeably shorter. This one I think it is a little shorter. It's a difficult game once you get going. Once you get past the first couple of levels, it's quite tough. Just as the arcade was, but it's so much is taken away from it. It's very disappointing if you've ever played the arcade original. Some of the familiar, like Brett, there you go. That big boy, Wong Hu. 2p, classic enemies of Hollywood. Yeah, he's a lot less fire though. I mean, they would come in and chuck knives around and fire sticks around. That doesn't happen as frequent as it did in the arcade version. Again, no transition there. And here we go. There's a punk here with an orange hair, and that's supposed to be a woman. Well, in the arcade version it was. Is that it's either Jake or it's Billy? No, it's either Billy or it's Sid. Which are the substitutions for the so-called transvestite battlers, enemies of the original, Roxy and Poison. You can say they're female if you want. I'd like to think they were female. Why not have a bit of equality? You get criminals, you get female criminals. Why not? This big dude. They call him Thrasher in this version. In the arcade, he was called Demond. And for some reason, it's changed in this one. Thrasher. There he is. Sid. Yeah, Sid was Roxy, but now he's not Roxy. He's Sid. Editor's going stupid there. No, we can't have female fighters, transvestite fighters or whatever. Let's turn him into a skinny bloke. Stupid, pointless, not needed, and annoying. Yeah. Again, a lot less sprites on screen at the time here. It's quite simple to cap off Demond or Thresher. Oh, and there's the fire Hollywood. He doesn't. Yeah, see. That fire would have been chucked by now, he doesn't do that. Oh, another knife guy. Forget his name. Elgato, that's it. There'd be 3 or 4 of them in the original arcade version, but again, not. And, of course, I'm completely missing the point here of the other things that are missing from the SNES interpretation. As Thrasher dies. Yes, I got you, boy. We go down into the subway level. All the levels are the same. But maybe I think one level is actually missing from memory. Sound pretty good. The music is fine. It's passable. A little bit of slowdown there because of the train coming in. A bit of a pity. Only 2 sprites on screen here at the moment. Well, 3, including myself. Yeah, I like the music. The music is SNES makes a good job at the theme music and the level music for Final Fight. They're not perfect, but it's good enough. Animation is good, and the speed is generally pretty good as well of the game. But like I was saying, the 2 fundamental things are missing here is Guy, the 3rd character, which appeared in a secondary release for Final Fight for the SNES called Final Fight Guy, surprisingly enough. Where Guy is in the game. Cody isn't. They took him out. But for that version, if you wanted to play as Guy, yeah, you got to buy a second cartridge. So that was annoying. But more annoyingly, is that yes, no 2-player mode. And that was a kind of a main thing with this game, or any kind of scrolling beat 'em up, is to have multiplayer especially 2-player. And when we're looking back to the likes of Double Dragon and POW, and these all had 2-player, and it was important, and it was very important for Final Fight. Unfortunately, it wasn't that important for the SNES version of Final Fight, so it seemed, which is a disappointment because you can't go 2-player. But these major problems aside, graphically, audio, the game itself is actually rather enjoyable and quite faithful to the original arcade. It's just a shame that these fundamental things are missing from it. It does disappoint. I think some versions of this are much better, more faithful than the SNES version. Which is because the SNES were more than capable to do this. I'm not sure why they cut all this out. It could have been really faithful version to the arcade, especially the stupid editing of the female characters. And there's a few other things here and there as well. Of course, those who don't know, I mean, this is a common known fact. Final Fight was originally going to be the sequel to Street Fighter in development, the original Street Fighter that is, and then during they changed the plans halfway through, and Street Fighter 2 emerged as a different game, which is what we know as now, and then Final Fight came out of the remnants, as it were. So I think we're going to just give Ondore a slap. Well, no, he just sat on us. Well, that weren't great. We'll just give him a slap, and then we'll call it a day. So, yeah, that's Final Fight on the Super Nintendo. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, a good game, but missing some of the important factors that made the original such a classic. So there we go, Final Fight on the Super Nintendo 1992. Cheers, thanks for watching this NRG, and I will see you on the next one. Novabug, out.
Ah, you are still here, I see. You have not subscribed and gonna watch these videos. You have 10 seconds to comply, or there will be punishment. You know what's coming. You're still here, you know what's coming. Close up. And I haven't shaved them this time, so that you will be punished. But, before I do that, there's also a link here, possibly. If you click on that one, it will take you to my playlist of other people who have taken over my channel, so you can watch their videos and subscribe to them, pushes up classes too. So now you've got that out of the way, punishment time. Go subscribe, or else you'll see them. You'll see those hairs. Subscribe now. The horror.